Now, we all know the phrase, just do it, right? It has been popularized by Nike, and basically just do it in sports means if you need to train harder, if someone comes up to you and says, I need to train harder, you'd basically say, go the extra mile or lift a few extra repetitions. This is usually your reaction, right? And that works in that particular field of sports very well. It works very well. But if you're trying to translate just do it to the particular field, to the very challenging field of day trading, it may basically not work at all. Because we all know, I mean, let's say you come up to me and say, I do want to become a consistently successful day trader. If my answer were, well, just do it, I mean, just apply your trading plan to the ever-changing market situations, or just learn something about money management, or just learn something or study how to place your stop loss and take profit properly. It doesn't work like that. We all usually, most traders know a lot, right? We spend a lot of time analyzing charts. Most of us spend a lot of time acquiring knowledge, etc. And then if you basically tell yourself, well, just do it, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work. And we have to stop basically just saying, well, just do it, just follow your trading plan, just keep a trading journal. That's the reason why we need to understand what is actually going on in our subconscious mind. This is an introduction to explain basically, why today's topic is so relevant. Now, usually what happens is that we have a certain intention. Let's take a particular time frame to make this a bit more realistic. We have an intention at the beginning of a particular month, right? Let's say our intention is, I have my losses under control. Yeah, these are just a couple of examples. I have my losses under control could be your intention. Or another intention could be you basically write down, or you basically say, well, I can wait until the market offers a scenario, a situation that matches my trading, my individual trading plan with my individual trading strategies. I can wait. This is your intention. But then the market opens and you see a couple of, signals, and then you basically end up over trading, or you end up seeing patterns that make you take a trade and then you regret, etc. Right? And then you have an outcome by the end. You have a result by the end of the month, which is not very satisfying. This very fact shows that there must be a gap between your intentions you have and the results you get. You understand, right? So the question today is, how do we actually bridge that particular gap that exists? The orange part here in the middle shows the existing gap, right? That means, for example, if you say, I have my losses under control, right? I have my losses under control is your intention. The result you have is, for example, I can't help over trading, right? By the end of the month, if you have a look at all your trades, you see you just ended up over trading and you didn't make any wins, for example. But your intention was that you had your losses under control. This is what you said. The problem is, if you now say, well, learn something about, journaling, or learn something about taking the right position size, or learn something about take profit, is too simple. It's too simple, because we all know these types of things, but it doesn't work. Now, something I mentioned, this is something I have taken out from the book Atomic Habits by James Clear. And I think 2 months ago, I'm not quite sure, I think it was 2 months ago, I had a webinar, and there I talked about decisive moments. Usually we end up with a scenario, we end up with a result, not because we are awful traders, but at some point, right, usually, you know, at some point we took bad decisions, and those bad decisions basically triggered, let's say, a couple more bad decisions, and we ended up with a situation, with a result which is not satisfying at all. You understand? That means usually what we need to understand is, usually what happens is not a fundamental, you know, we don't need to change. We don't need to change in a fundamental way, in a drastic way. What we need to change are bits and bobs. We need to change atomic elements of our overall, of the overall way of how we trade. That means just small things, not a fundamental thing. And that's the reason why I'm not a massive fan of all these prop firms out there, because my understanding of day trading is I am independent, and my source of money should be an independent one. I am not working for anyone. I don't want my money from anyone, and I don't want to share my wins with anyone. And this is just, yeah, that's the reason why I'm not a massive fan of that, because as a day trader, it's my task to figure out. I don't have to blame it on anyone else. I can't blame it on anyone else when I end up with losses, right? In any other job in this world, you can basically blame it on your boss. You can blame it on other people. You can blame it on, you know, on whoever. But when it comes to day trading, you need to sit down and you need to understand what atomic element you need to change. And I tell you, the number one tool I actually use is my trading journal. And I keep a very old-fashioned way of trading journal, not an Excel sheet, not a spreadsheet. But what I do is, you know, I do my analysis, plus I always have myself, I'm also analyzing myself. That means you're analyzing the market, but you're also keeping an eye on your overall situation, on yourself. The intention behavior gap means that it describes the failure to translate intention into action. That means today's program is all about how do we translate a particular intention that we have into an action that is satisfying, into an action that is, you know, that basically leads to the result that we become consistently profitable day traders. Now, first of all, let me clarify one thing. What I don't understand is why on earth do people, you know, I think you all agree, and even if you do a quick research on the internet, day trading is the hardest job on earth. It is the hardest job on earth. What does that mean? I mean, if you want to become a doctor, a medical doctor, or if you want to become a lawyer, here in Switzerland, you'd end up studying years and years, right? And what does that mean for day traders, for day trading? I mean, if this is the hardest job on earth, it is even more difficult than what a medical doctor does. Do you understand what that basically means? It means it will take awful lot of time for you to become a consistently successful day trader. This is something you have to bear in mind. There are loads of people out there making probably a lot of money with, you know, selling their own strategies, whatever. But at the end of the day, if you ask people, do you really make money with day trading, with literally just day trading, not social media, not, you know, those types of things? The thing is that if you do a research, it says only 5% of people usually are successful with day trading. So you do have to understand. Sometimes people say, I am 20 something, right? And I'm not quite sure whether I should quit or not. Guys, it will take you a lot of time, and that is normal. You know, even after 5 years, you probably won't be that successful, is what I would say. I've been doing this for 10 years now.